Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me today as always. Haters gonna hate. Had a hater after me yesterday. I can't never figure those guys out, and I don't spend too much time trying to. It's like, if they don't like the content, just don't watch it. Simple as that. Oh well, usually you strike a nerve. If you got a hater hating on you, you said something to them that they don't want to accept about themselves, something that they need to take a look at in their life that they don't want to look at. So they project their anger out onto you, and so they can disregard everything you said as ignorant. So remember that next time a hater hates on you, because haters going to hate, especially if you're doing something. And I heard someone say one time, hate never comes from above. It always comes from below you. So remember that too. People that are doing something with their lives, they don't never try to knock you down or drag you down, or they may try to help you. They may be critical of you in a way that helps you, but they never just bash on you. So remember, it has nothing to do with you when someone hates on you. All right? So today's topic is going to be controlling the frame. I've been talking about how to treat your woman and how to get her to treat you like a king. Frame control is very important. A woman needs to come into your frame. You don't want to go into hers. She feels more protected when you control the frame, because if you allow her to control the frame, it's like you're allowing her to lead the interaction, to lead the relationship, and she doesn't want to lead. Now, women may tell you they want to lead, they may act like they want to lead, but allow them to start leading, and they will lead their way out to someone else and leave you sitting there with a broken heart. So remember that. Very important that you control the frame. Has nothing to do with controlling the person or dominating anyone. When you control the frame, you're controlling your actions and the way you present yourself. You're not trying to control them or what they do. Excuse me. Has nothing to do with controlling other people. Keep that in mind. Okay, I found this article. We're going to go through it and discuss it. About frame control. Smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Even if you're a hater, leave a hate comment if you want to. Oh, man. Here we go. There is little that can withstand a man who can conquer himself. And that was by Louis the Seventh, I think. King Louis the Seventh. He who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers a city. And once again, relating this to frame control, you are controlling yourself, your reactions, your conception of yourself, and you allow people to step into your frame. What is strong frame? In any social interaction, one person is reacting more than the other. One person needs more approval, validation, and acceptance from the other person than vice versa. Whoever is reacting less has the stronger frame. Whoever has the stronger frame has more leverage and social power. Now, I've been in situations where I was controlling the frame, and I have allowed myself to become the person who is stepping into the girl's frame. Not a good place for a man to be. It happens to men sometimes. They start out with a strong frame, and then they get into an LTR, and they become weak and submissive and start allowing her to pick and choose where you go, what you're doing, what you watch on TV, because you really just don't care. Everything's going good. It happens to a lot of guys. It's happened to me before, and it just doesn't work out well. And once you lose control of the frame, it's very difficult to get it back. But you must remember, you lost it within yourself. It's not like she took it from you. You gave that to her. You gave it away. Okay. And we move on here. External factors influence this dynamic. Research has found, for example, that subordinates tend to match the vocal patterns of their superiors, but superiors do not match the vocal patterns of their subordinates. However, ultimately, a truly strong frame doesn't rely on titles or external status. It is within you. It is something you carry with you wherever you are and with whomever you are interacting with. What a strong frame isn't. A strong frame isn't being nice to make a girl like you. Actually, that'll work the opposite way. If a girl says to you, "You're a nice guy," you just cut your throat there, buddy. The clock's ticking if you're not already out the door. Girls don't like nice guys. Nice guys have an agenda. Usually they're not really being nice because they're nice. They're being nice to manipulate and to get what they want. Now that may piss some people off, but it's the truth. And I've done that too. It isn't hard. It isn't using lines to appear hard to get to make her chase you. A strong frame isn't trying to seem unreactive so that people react to your strong frame. The last one is especially important. You can't try to have a strong frame. Affirming "I have a strong frame" is really admitting to yourself that you don't think your frame is strong enough. Pretending you don't care is showing that you care too much. You can't fake a strong frame and you can't force it. It is unconscious, it is emotional, it's a part of who you are. You either have a strong frame or you don't. Now back up to that. I agree with what he says, but sometimes affirming that you have a strong frame, if you do that long enough, eventually you will develop a strong frame. Circumstances and situations will arise in your life where you can develop that frame. It is true what this person says, that you can't pretend to have it, but if you act as if you do and affirm that you have it, eventually you will become the man of strong frame. You have to start somewhere. Okay, how to attract women with frame control, part 1. It is pointless to try to develop a strong frame. I don't know about that, I disagree, but let's see what he has to say. Fine looking girl on there, okay. Okay, no, building a strong frame is one of, if not the most important things you can do, but it's important to know that a weak frame isn't something you can fix by simply reading theory. It's something you can only develop through experience. A strong frame is a personal quality that is earned. I agree to that. The difference between a weak frame and a strong frame is the difference between veteran CEO and the recent college grad who's trying to climb the corporate ladder. The difference between a weak frame and a strong frame is the difference between the hardened soldier who's seen combat time and time again and the guy who's fresh out of training. This is good. He's very correct here. The difference between a weak frame and a strong frame is the difference between the guy who's read 10 pickup books but never goes out and the guy who's been approaching 10 women every single day for months. How to attract women with frame control, part 2. Forged by pain. Everything requires resistance to build up. So what he's talking about here is you need to go out and do some things. You need to run and do some resistance to build strong frame. It could be going to the gym and boxing, doing MMA fighting. It could be approaching girls. All these things build your character because you're going to fail. And when you fail, you're either going to get back up and try again, or you're going to slinker off into the corner and hide and cry and piss and moan and feel sorry for yourself. The latter doesn't build strong frame. The former does. You develop your frame by putting yourself through social pressure or any kind of pressure, or putting yourself in a position where there is resistance, okay? Mental resistance, opposition mentally, whatever. How do you build muscles in the gym? By resistance, by heavy weights. It's the same way with character, with frame, with inner strength, with fortitude. Okay, again and again, discomfort, again and again. Each time you do this, you come out the other side a little bit more grounded, a little bit less reactive, and a little bit stronger. Everyone wants success in business, with women, in life, but most people don't want to do the work. Most people don't want to take the cold shower every morning. I don't want to do it, but I do it. Most people don't want to work out. Most people don't want to run. Most people don't want to get in the ring and get beat up time and time again. I've been punched over 10,000 times, at least, okay? I can fight. That's how you learn how to fight. I'm not suggesting that you do that, but if you want to learn how to fight, you have to fight. You want to learn how to fight when you're half dazed and you can't really see, and then the other opponent doesn't even know you are. That's how you do it. You get in there and fight. You want to learn how to fight when you can't breathe, you fight. Okay, you want to learn how to pick up girls, you go out there and you pick up girls. You approach girls. That's what you do. Okay, you take the action, but you also see yourself in your mind's eye doing that very thing over and over and over again. Find affirmations. When I was boxing, my coach would always tell me, you're not mean enough. You got to get meaner. Because I would get a guy against the ropes in trouble and I would kind of back off because I'm like, are you okay? I know that sounds crazy. So what I did before my first pro fight was I told myself over and over with emotion, I am a mean, tough son of a bitch. Okay, I said that over and over. And guess what? When I had my first pro fight, that's exactly what I was. I was completely different. But this was after months of telling myself that over and over and doing the action of getting in the ring and being more aggressive and more assertive and not backing off when I had my opponent hurt. So it took both. It took the affirmations, the visualizations, and the action behind it. The combination of all three is what made me become more aggressive and became a better fighter. Because when you're in the ring, you have to be aggressive. You have to be assertive. You can't be a nice guy. It just doesn't work. Be a nice guy and let the other guy off. He may come back and knock you out. And I've been knocked out before. Not because of that reason, but the guy was just better than I was. I was fighting pretty good. Next thing you know, I woke up on the mat. Okay. You go out and meet women to get laid, obviously. But instead of focusing on getting laid on any particular night, you focus on taking the actions that will strengthen your frame. It's not about the girl, it's about you and who you are becoming. Very important and very true. The mindset has many advantages. First, going out to get laid can be needy. It's about getting something external. This way of thinking is often reflective of weak frame. Instead, going out to build your frame isn't about taking something. It's about expressing your masculine energy and becoming a better man. Second, when you go out to strengthen your frame, you're going to get better results with women, both short-term and long-term. Very important, your intention. When you go out to get the experience. Don't go out there thinking, I'm going to get laid tonight. I better get laid tonight. I got to pick up a girl tonight. Because when you go out with that frame of mind, you're not going to pick up anyone. Girls will be repelled to you because they're going to feel your needy energy of wanting to get something from them. Go out there to be somebody, to bring some joy into people's life, to bring some happiness. Girls want to be approached. They want guys to come on to them. Think about it. How would you like it if girls were coming on to you all the time? You would love it. Girls like that too. Yes, they may get annoyed sometimes. Sometimes they just want to talk to their friends. But if all men quit approaching them, they would be very disappointed. They would feel, what's wrong with me? Why don't guys want me anymore? So remember, they do like it regardless of how they may act when you approach them. Don't let that bother you. Your intent, your goal is to approach, to make conversation. Start out with ugly women, women who you think are ugly. Old women, just talk to everybody. That's the way to do it. Then you can learn to approach people and you're comfortable with talking to anyone. Okay? That's it for today. I hope this has been of help to you. Smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for joining me, and thanks again to my new subscribers. I appreciate all of you, and have a great day.